Tuscaloosa, Alabama, saving field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Jones. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Got away from trouble and got rid of him.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Buying some time. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Hauls it in at the 40. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. To the air, it's Simpson. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Horton. Turning it on. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the 1st down at the 31.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The play action fake. Hit as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Wants to keep it in the air. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Back open in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They're not just using the running back as check down Charlie in the passing game. They're getting him downfield.
Right, and take my matchups I like. If you're going to play man-to-man, who are you going to put on the running back? You want to put a linebacker on him? I like my chances, even with safeties. Those guys, listen, they aren't as great as corners and covering, so I like finding matchups and exploiting them.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Alabama! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I'll tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Dropping back, it's Stockton. On the move, he fires. Complete to the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game.
Turning on the Jets. The 20. Touchdown, Dogs. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Bernard. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. He lets one fly deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. He's going for it all. He's got it inside the 30. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Jones. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. Breaks into the open. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. In this defense right now, they have no answers.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Makes the grab. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Catch in the middle, it's Frazier. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Back to throw, it's Stockton. Quick strike complete. At the 20, he's got space. There he goes. The 40, the 30. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
How about this? A two-point conversion coming. Wants to go up top. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And man, did they cover that ground in a flash. A 95-yard touchdown pass. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Looking downfield on first down. Found the spot in the defense. There he goes. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
I'm a play caller nowadays, man. I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Branch. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to to throw. It's Stockton. Got his man quickly.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Branch. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Lost a throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had it.
Oh, he's got some space. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Georgia. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
The snap sets up the throw. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a two-point conversion. The interception was just great.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Snagged in the middle, it's Horton. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The Crimson Tide could get very aggressive here on 2nd and inches. The give is to Miller. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Quarterback extends the play. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Grab near the marker. It's Williams. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Running free. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Throws to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To the air, it's Stockton. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's got an open man. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing out.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Now the play fake. He'll take the deep shot. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Grabbed in the middle. It's dealt. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. And the Bulldogs will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. He just weren't able to come down with that one.
Fires to the middle. Got his man to the left. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in your offense?
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Just keep swinging it. Here comes the heat. That's caught. It's Bernard. Not a big window, and that throw was money, and they've got it at the 30. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Motion from the back. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Catch in the middle, it's Miller. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Touchdown High. And they take it in for 6 more points. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Moves around to clear up the vision. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Wide open downfield. Turning it on. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
You know, if you're going to complete these stagger throws, you've got to have great anticipation as a quarterback. You almost got to throw it before the receiver comes out of the break. You need better timing on that.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Right on target this time. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Frazier. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Men don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that 3rd down. And now the offense is in an interesting situation.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dogs. And the comeback is on.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, if he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Coming out on first down with the play fake. That's reeled in. It's Williams. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. It's probably pretty comforting for this offensive coordinator to know as soon as the game's kicked off, I can pretty much pencil in a 100-yard receiving day for this dude.
And I want to be the quarterback. I mean, that guy, it's always open. Man zone, I know I'm looking his way.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Looking for a man. It's Simpson. That's caught. It's Miller. Breaks into the open. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. If you like the stats, and I know you do, he's over 400 yards passing now.
Yeah, if they win this game, he's getting a game ball. There's no doubt about it. This guy has been on fire from the very start of this football game. He's just been throwing bullets all over the field.
We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle. It's Cuevas. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. To the air on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. He'll pull it on the read. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
Now, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution of the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Timeout, Alabama.
Here comes the 2-point try. Looking to throw at Simpson. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Branch. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted! Oh, what a welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on another team from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Razorbacks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They go to the ground, and maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the air, it's Pavia. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Going deep. It's dropped. And oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Great place to start for this offense. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete.
It's a bang-bang play, running a slant. The DB's draped all over the wide receiver. He's got to make a contested catch, but he shows really strong hands on that one.
The Razorbacks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Fires on the move. Touchdown, Arkansas! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And the Hogs have put up the first touchdown of the game, and whooping.
Whooping, going nuts in the stands. Great fan base. They get excited, and you get out to the lead early, putting that score on the board. They are going nuts.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for a fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it, we didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the Commodores can really attack on this second and short. The give to the lone running back. Tackle was made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off play action on first down. Fires on the move. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
Caught near the sticks. It's Hoskins. Touchdown, Commodores! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking to pass. It's Green. Now adjusting. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Breaks free in the middle. And he murders into the
Too easy.
Touchdown, Razorbacks.
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. They'll see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Safe completion on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Caught over the middle. It's Stowers. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down. Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. They needed a big play, and they got it. Foot down for the first down.
Those corner routes are really, really good versus cover 2. You know, the corner's playing zone coverage, and that receiver can push up the field and really break out between the safety and the corner, and had a lot of success on that one.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Rush is on him. Got out of trouble and throws. Catch in the middle, it's Richardson. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grab near the marker, it's Stowers. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. And the Commodores trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Pavia. Sets up the screen. Oh, what a caught! And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Doors!
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game, because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know.
There he goes. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done the half.
Steps away. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
With the catch, it's Russell. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They got it down to the 21. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
He wants to throw it again. That's it, fly. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Fires left. Got him downfield. Flying down the left side. He's at the 30. He's out of bounds at the 12-yard line, and that is why explosive plays can change games.
The
complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To throw, it's Pavia. He's got the tight end. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
And it's picked off.
Should have kept on going in, bitch.
Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Lost a throw on first down. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Forced out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Well, he hasn't called his own number very often in this game. That actually is the first time he's taken off and scrambled, but it was a really good decision. He's been killing this defense through the air. You've seen the arm talent, you've seen the accuracy. That time, really nice decision to tuck it and get what he can get. He's got this defense on their heels.
On the run, still looking. He's going to fire to the left. It's caught. Oh, he's got some space. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a...
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown,
Told you should have kept on running.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the move. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking for a man. It's Pavia. Bringing the heat. He unleashes a long one. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early. He's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives. They've scored 2 touchdowns. And here on their third possession, he still wants to take shot.
Gashes the heart of the knee. At the 30. Inside the... And he eluded the defense.
I'll let you score, idiot.
Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
You're too easy on my level.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver?
Why'd you make that field goal? Why you didn't go for the run, though, for a touchdown?
Once you get in his hands, he'll do the rest.
That's slow, dude.
And oftentimes, those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
2-point plays, the windows were very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. Ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air on first down. On the run, fires downfield. Finds space on the right. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. To the air. It's Green. Skips away from pressure. Look out. He's got room. All out of space. Running inside the 20. Just like
so dynamic. Season opening, takes off, makes a huge play. And if you think the crowd was excited before that, now they're really lit.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Floating away. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Going to try to pop one on the screen.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation. And now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Looking to take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got his man. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Scanning the field, it's Pavia. Fires to the middle. The short hands, it's Barnett. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking downfield, and time is running short. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. The Commodores will kick it away to start the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win, but today...
He tries to take the top off. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. Under fire. He's going to take off. Quarterback's got the first. Quick step and go. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Man, I want to be the play caller. Just to have a guy at the quarterback spot that's over 100 yards now that he's chewed up. He can throw it, but he can also pull it down. He's so elusive, makes plays, really makes this offense go.
Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires to the tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. He got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. From the gun, give on the inside. Turning it on. At the 20. Touchdown, Vandy. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the 2nd level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squiver inside the 30. He's brought down, but a really nice return gets it to the 41. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. The last time they had it, a thing of beauty. Did whatever they want, run, pass, and wound up in the end zone. Going to try to get it himself. At the 40, there he goes. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man. Really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass. But then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guys, so much space for him. He takes off and makes the huge run for this offense.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
This has been a tight one, 3rd quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Caught in the backfield. It's Russell. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Back to throw, it's Green. Moving away from pressure. Touchdown, Arkansas! And that one will put them up here in the second half. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking to throw on first down. Going for the big play. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. So now it's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. A little screen to the running back. Nice move there. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Richardson. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Commodores will snap it on first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Stowers.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find your rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate, easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Commodores come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Snagged in the middle. It's Stowers. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, the next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now it's 4th and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one, guys.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the 4th quarter. One possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. On that 4th down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion and a turnover on downs.
Finding open areas. There he goes. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. He'll pull it down and run. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, but they can also drain the clock. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, it's Green. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And it just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time at Georgia.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the man as quick as you can. There's so many things that have to go right for you to get a sack. The ball has to be coming out a little bit later. But you know what? When you win that fast and that clean off the line of scrimmage, that is how it's done at the highest level for that defensive end.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the Commodores are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hoskins. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Dropping back, it's Pavia. Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hoskins. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Looking to the big tight end. He's open on the right. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30.
Well, this quarterback now has over 400 yards passing. To do that, you have to have weapons catching the ball. You've seen that in this offense all game long. There are some dangerous playmakers in the perimeter.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and that hit that time helped force the incompletion.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It's caught downfield. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Barrels ahead. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. Time is of the essence, just under a minute to go as they line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage. You're probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Looking downfield, it's Green. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas!
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Going right to work up top. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Here's a throw downfield late. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
I think at this time you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early. Someone is going to have to step up and make a play, and that's going to have to happen a couple of different times if you're going to win this game.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Got enough space. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown in the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
And listen, I know there's people at home watching this after that touchdown run with no time left, but they're just piling on. But listen, there's time on the clock. You got to keep competing. You got to keep playing. And if you don't want us to drive up the score, then tackle us and stop us. That's what they're saying on that last play. I like the idea offensively.
A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact